Good morning to all. So today we are going to discuss about research questions, research aptitude MCQs questions for last PYQ questions, which is very important for your examinations. First, let's see the first question. Which of the following statements are true? The qualitative research its own place in the many area of study. Yes, qualitative research has their own place. Next one, the quantitative studies has no place in the social science. Yes, this statement is not correct because qualitative studies there have a special place in the social science. The qualitative and the qualitative research should be totally segregated. How can we say it totally segregated? It's the mixed type of research is also conducting in the social science, no? So this statement is wrong. The qualitative research has the many approaches. Yes, so many approaches is followed by the qualitative approach. Within the qualitative research, different schools of the research perspective have emerged. Yes, this statement is absolutely correct. So correct statement is A, D and E. So fourth one is a correct statement. Let's see the next questions. This is the explanations. You go and read all through. Okay, let's see the next questions. Next question is uh, given two statements. Given below are two statements. First statement is sampling where each member of the populations cannot be chosen more than the one is called the sampling with the replacement, and the sampling where each member of the populations may be chosen more than once is called the sampling without the replacement. Actually, this statement is totally opposite to each other. Okay, the sampling where each member of the populations cannot be chosen more than the once is called the sampling with replacement. No, it's called the sampling without the replacement. Okay, the sampling where each member of populations may be chosen more than once is called the sampling with replacement. So actually they exchange this statement, sampling with a statement and sampling without the statement. So we can see how they exchange this information. So this is both statements are wrong. So statement 1 and statement 2 are false. Okay, so second option is correct. Let's see the third questions. Third questions explanation is here. Let's see the explanations what they want to say. Okay, they say the sampling with replacement. A sampling with replacement. What the meaning of the sampling with replacement? A sampling is known as with replacements if the selected unit is replaced into a populations before the drawing the next unit. In this unit, the selected more than one time in a possible time sample. एक से ज्यादा बार हम इसको select कर लेते हैं. The sampling without replacement. A sampling set to be without replacement, selected unit not replaced into a populations before in next unit. In this case, this unit is selected one times in the possible sample. So you can see, and let's move on the next question. Next question is again, next question is again based on the replacement. Okay, so question is says a superior relationship can be there when a relationship appear to exist between two variables. The serious relationship basically, sorry, a spurious relationship they are talking about. बंधन प्रतीत मिथ्या बंधन की बात हो रही है. Spurious relationship they are talking about. Spurious relationship. So spurious relationship basically can be there when a relationship appear to exist between two variables. Yes, this statement is correct. The statement 2, the relationship between two variables is always direct without any scope for any intervening variable. The relationship between two variables always direct without any scope of intervening variable. This is not possible. No? Any relationship is not influence, not they can't escape from the intervening variable. So this statement is wrong. So first statement is correct and the second statement is wrong. So first statement is correct but the second statement is incorrect. So third option is absolutely correct. Okay, so let's move on the next questions. Here I already added the explanations. You can join the Telegram channel and you also access this PDF for your further study. This is most important. Let's see the next questions. In the bibliography and the footnotes, research often used to abbreviations ABIT, which means what is the meaning of ABIT? IBID basically they were uses in bibliographic research and the footnote research. Basically in the IBID, you can see whenever you start the IGNO book reading, so many places they wrote IBID. What the meaning of IBID? In the same place, introductions, in the following, here and there. The correct option is IBID is in the same place. In the same place. Okay, let's see the explanation. Actually, explanation is very good. You go through and read all these explanations. IBID in the same places. IBID in the short, IBIDM, which means in the same places. It is used to prevent the repetitions when the citing the same text twice in a row. Okay, and let's see, this was already asking questions. And what is meaning of locit or opposite is more repeated citations. Whenever the researcher using more one source more than one times, so they are representing like a loxit and the opposite. What is the meaning of loxit? Loxit is in short for the citato, which means in the place cited, जहाँ पे भी उसको cited cite किया जाता है. Up cited stand for opri citato. Offsite means opri citato, which means in the work cited. Okay, loc refer to same place in the same source, previous citations, same place and the same source. We are using loc, and where opt is used for the site is a different part of the same text, different part of the same text. Okay, so this is a difference between loxit and the opposite. Let's see the next one. It all and the other. It all means and the other. It all is a short form of Italia, which means the other and other. Okay, and other. It use one a text that too many authors to cite in the one place. Too many authors which cite in the one place, that we are using at all. At all. ठीक है. Next one, CF. CF is called compare with. CF is called compare with is confratum. Confrater means basically this is a French word. In the confratum, it in India it's used with the compare with. Okay, compare. It is therefore not used when the citings a source, but instead when the pointing the readers and the text compare with the point being made. Okay, and the passive there and everywhere. The finally we have the passive means which was originally Latin words, which is the here and there, the anywhere, and reference through. It means that the informations can be found throughout the cited text. Okay, so this is basic basic short abbreviation which we are using in the research process or the writing process. Okay, let's see the next questions. Next question is okay, very good questions. Basically this is related to test. T test can be, test means the difference between two group. T test, basically they are talking about T test. They are saying, एक second, they are saying T test can be, test means the difference between two group. Okay, दो ग्रुप के बीच के डिफरेंस को मेजर करने के लिए टी टेस्ट का यूज किया जाता है. नोवा कैन नॉट बी कंपेयर द डिफरेंस between group means, between group mean, ANOVA are not able to comparing the difference between group mean. So इसके लिए तो बहुत holistically knowledge चाहिए आपको. टी क्या होता है, ANOVA क्या होता है. ओके, सो देखिए सबसे पहले टी टेस्ट कैन बी इज यूज टू टेस्ट मीन द डिफरेंस बिटवीन टू ग्रुप. यस, ये मीन दो ग्रुप के बीच के मीन के डिफरेंस को कैलकुलेट करने के लिए टी का यूज किया जाता है. कह रहे अनोवा कैन नॉट कंपेयर द डिफरेंस बिटवीन ग्रुप मीन्स. अनोवा दो ग्रुप के बीच के मीन को डिफरेंस करने के लिए, कंपेयर करने के लिए पॉसिबल नहीं है. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज एब्सोल्युटली रॉन्ग. So first one is right and the second one is false. The statement one is true, but the second statement is false. So statement third is correct answer. Let's see the explanations. Explanation is also there. You can see basic 4. T-test and analysis of the variance, abbreviation is ANOVA, are two parametric tests. Parametric statistical technique. You have to learn T-test and देखिए T-test, T-pair test, ANOVA test. All these are fall under the parametric statistical used to test and hypothesis. Basic for comparison. You can see the meaning and the test statics. T-test. T-test is hypothesis test that is used to compare with mean of populations, mean of two group of the populations. X bar equals to x bar minus mu, जो भी है अपॉन में इसको s अपॉन अंडर रूट एंड से कंपेयर करेंगे, दो ग्रुप के बीच के मीन को कंपेयर करते हैं. एंड द एनोवा analysis of variance is a statistical technique that is used to compare the mean of more than two populations. वो गलत क्यों हो गया है कि वहां पे कह रहा है कि not able to compare to mean of group of populations. That's why that statement was wrong. So because ANOVA we are using to compare more than two group of the population. That's why this statement is correct. And this statement is also correct. देखिए दोनों में ही हम क्या करते हैं, we are using the comparing the mean of two populations, whereas in t-test we are comparing the mean of two populations. In the other hand, ANOVA we are comparing the mean of more than two populations. Okay, so this is a basic difference. You have to go through the detail. After that you are able to understand which of the following example of personal documents for the purpose of the source of the data. They are talking about the personal documents. Which is the source of the personal documents? A, diary. Absolute diary is a personal. And next, mass media. No, mass media is not personal. You can eliminate the B. A is right, so you can eliminate this one again. And C is common, and you have to find out D and E. So C is a common in between both letter. Okay. D, autobiography and the company documents. Autobiography and the company documents. Yes, so autobiography. Yeah, absolutely. This is the personal source of the data. So A, D and C. A, D and C is correct. Okay, let's move on the. Okay, यहाँ पे आंसर भी mention है. You can go through it. What is the full form of MLA? Referencing style. So many referencing style is mentioned in our syllabus. And what is the full form of referencing style of MLA? Machine learning adaptations, modern language association, management language authority, mainstream language associations. Basically modern language associations होना चाहिए इसका. Modern language associations. Modern language associations. Okay, modern language association is the correct options. Okay, basically in modern language associations, what we have to do first, we have to write the name of the author. Author का name write करते हैं. Name of the author. Author का name write करते हैं. Then author का name भी opposite में write करते हैं. जैसे कि मेरा नाम तिवारी शिल्पी है, तो पहले तिवारी राइट करेंगे, पहले टाइटल राइट करेंगे, फिर नेम राइट करेंगे, फिर फुल स्टॉप लगाएंगे. फुल स्टॉप करने के बाद वहां पे हम क्या करेंगे, आर्टिकल का टाइटल ऐड करते हैं, टाइटल ऐड करेंगे. ठीक है, टाइटल डबल इन्वर्टेड कॉमा में होगा. उसके बाद वॉल्यूम ऐड करेंगे, ईयर ऐड करेंगे, उसके बाद पीपी पेज नंबर ऐड करेंगे. ठीक है, सो ये बेसिक एक फॉर्मूला होता है जो कि हम क्लास में अभी देखेंगे कि कैसे हम इसको एक्सप्रेस करते हैं. लेट्स सी द मॉडर्न लैंग्वेज एसोसिएशंस. आई थिंक यहाँ पे होगा. ठीक है, ये एक्सप्लेनेशन है. यू कैन गो थ्रू एंड वो वॉच अल्फाबेटिकली अरेंज किया जाता है. ठीक है, साइटेशंस को ये आप लोग रीड कर लेना. लेट्स सी द नेक्स्ट वन. Questions given below are two statements. First, in the present time, researcher prefer to write a research paper over a writing of monograph. Yes, earlier monograph was a part of the formative period. Not yet. Right now, the researcher are more focusing on the research paper, not on the monograph. The monograph and the books are not included in the database of research. This statement is wrong, no? First is correct, but the second is wrong. First statement is correct, but the second statement is wrong. So correct answer is C. Let's move on the next questions. Explanations भी होगा इसमें. अच्छा नहीं है, कोई बात नहीं. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. देखिए, चलिए नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है questions number. Which among the following are related to the quality of research article? Basically they were asking about the quality of research article. Which of the following are related to quality of research article? Okay, number of research article, quality of research article ना, तो नंबर तो क्वालिटी में आएगा ही ना, नंबर तो क्वांटिटी है. द इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर, citation index, frequency of their publications and H index. अब H index क्या होता है उसके बारे में भी आपको जानना पड़ेगा. तो करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट हो जाएगा इसका भी, इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर इज आल्सो मैंडेटरी. एंड नेक्स्ट हो जाएगा साइटेशन इंडेक्स. साइटेशन को देख के ही हम किसी भी रिसर्च पेपर को उठाते हैं पढ़ने के लिए. फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ देयर पब्लिकेशंस की फ्रीक्वेंसी को क्यों लेंगे, Why we are considering the publication frequency? There is no matter of the publication frequency, but the matter of H index. And H index is absolutely matter, क्योंकि ये सब चेक करते हैं जब भी हम किसी जर्नल को साइट करते हैं, तो उसको H इंडेक्स, C इंडेक्स, साइटेशन इंडेक्स इन सबको काउंट करते हैं. ठीक है. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ साइटेशन इंडेक्स? साइटेशन इंडेक्स बेसिकली मेक द थिंग्स बिटवीन बुक्स एंड द आर्टिकल देयर वी रीडिंग द पास्ट आर्टिकल दैट मेक्स टू रेफरेंस. मतलब इससे कितने लोगों ने पास्ट में साइटेड किया है, उसके बारे में पढ़ा है, रीड किया है, यूज किया है, दैट इज कॉल्ड द साइटेशन इंडेक्स. What is the meaning of H index? H index is a metric for the evaluating the cumulative impact of the author, scholarly output and the performance. मतलब H index जो होता है वो स्कॉलर के आउटपुट, स्कॉलर की क्यूमुलेटिव इम्पैक्ट को दिखाता है कि उसका जो मैट्रिक इवेल्युएशन है वो कैसा है. ठीक है. ये बेसिकली ऑथर से रिलेटेड होता है, ऑथर के या रिसर्चर के परफॉर्मेंस को इंडिकेट करता है. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट. द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट इज B, C and D. Sorry, B, C and E. C is the correct option. Let's move on the next question. Next question is, देखिए यहाँ पे इम्पैक्ट इंडेक्स, साइटेशन इंडेक्स और एच इंडेक्स का डिटेल है, आप लोग पढ़ लेना. चलिए नेक्स्ट देखिए. इन चूजिंग नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, in choosing a research tool, which of the following are impact considerations, important considerations? Okay, the validity of research tool. टूल की वैलिडिटीज को भी कंसाइडर किया जाता है. दिस इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट. ओके, टूल की वैलिडिटी को कंसाइडर करना, दिस वन इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट इटसेल्फ. सो ए इज द करेक्ट. टूल को देखा जाता है. एंड रिलायबिलिटी ऑफ द रिसर्च टूल, ये भी देखेंगे कि रिसर्च टूल की रिलायबिलिटीज क्या है. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट है कॉस्ट इन्वॉल्व द टर्म ऑफ टाइम रिसोर्सेज फॉर यूज ऑफ रिसर्च टूल. इंपोर्टेंट कंसाइडरेशंस, यस, कॉस्ट देखेंगे, फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट टूल अवेलेबल है या पेड है. ठीक है. फेस वैलिडिटी ऑफ द रिसर्च टूल, फेस वैलिडिटी क्यों देखेंगे? फेस वैलिडिटी से हमें क्या लेना देना है? हमें तो ये देखना है ना कि उसको यूज करने के लिए क्या कॉस्ट है. फेस वैलिडिटी से हमें, फेस वैलिडिटी या फेस वैलिडिटी पेड से हमारा कोई लेना देना नहीं है. ओपिनियन ऑफ द रिसर्च सुपरवाइजर. अब जब हम रिसर्च टूल का यूज कर रहे हैं, तो टूल का यूज, क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग अबाउट द रिसर्च टूल ना. So supervisor is only mentor, only guide. He was not related to your research tool. So correct statement is A, B and C. A, B and C is the correct statement. Let's move on the next question. Next question. देख लेना आंसर में क्या मेंशन है. Okay. So next question is a statement A. The research hypothesis is tentative. Statement postulates a relationship between factual एंड द कॉन्सेप्चुअल एलिमेंट ऑफ द वेरिएबल. ये तो सही लग रहा है कि रिसर्च हाइपोथेसिस जो होता है फैक्चुअल और कॉन्सेप्चुअल एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग होती है. ठीक है, ये सही है. अ रिसर्चर सेट अ नल हाइपोथेसिस सो दैट इज डिड्यूस द, रिड्यूस है कि डिड्यूस होगा, रिड्यूस होगा. एक सेकेंड, लेट मी चेक व्हाट इज दिस. दिस इज करेक्ट. अच्छा कोई बात नहीं, इसको देखते हैं क्या है. ये रिड्यूस है या रिड्यूस है? A research hypothesis is tentative statement postulating a relationship between factual and the conceptual element of the variable. सही है. A researcher set a null hypothesis that reduce consequences of a research hypothesis is may be directed tested. Yes. देखिए ये डिड्यूस तो सही है, लेकिन नल हाइपोथेसिस रिसर्चर डायरेक्ट सेट नहीं कर सकता. नल हाइपोथेसिस तो टेस्टिंग के बाद डिक्लेयर होती है ना कि वो नल हाइपोथेसिस रिजेक्टेड है या एक्सेप्टेड है. रिजेक्टेड है या एक्सेप्टेड है उसके बेसिस पे हम नल हाइपोथेसिस को डिटरमाइन करते हैं. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट इज रॉन्ग. सो फर्स्ट वन इज करेक्ट एंड द सेकंड वन इज रॉन्ग. सो करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट इज 3. सो ये देखिए कितने क्वेश्चंस डीप पूछे जाते हैं. अभी तो बहुत सिंपल है, आगे देखोगे आप हाइपोथेसिस के बेसिस पे जो क्वेश्चंस होंगे, it was a little bit difficult, so try to give your best. Okay, thank you.